Hello, one more time here, and welcome to the Worldwide Culinary Apprentice. Today we are going to be making a sponge cake. We specifically call this an American sponge cake. It has a little milk and melted butter, and it's really good sponge cake that you can use for so many other applications in pastry. So you need cake flour. You're gonna get the recipe online. Cake flour, we have sugar, baking powder, butter, and some milk, and of course 3 eggs. And that's all you need to make a 9-inch cake pan. So the first thing I'm gonna do is get a pot with water, because I need to warm up the eggs when I'm whisking. I have water heating. I'm gonna break my eggs in the mixer, 3 eggs. We have 175 grams of sugar. I'm gonna put all the sugar in here. I'm gonna mix this. And then I'm gonna use the hot water to put my bowl here on top so I can warm up the eggs with the sugar. And I'm gonna keep mixing. You don't have to mix vigorously. You just need to mix so you don't get any cooked eggs on the side of the bowl. And you're gonna do this until the eggs and the sugar feel warm. It's gonna be like 130 degrees Fahrenheit, but you don't have to use a thermometer. I'll let you know when it's ready. You touch with your finger, and when it feels warm, that's ready. The point of doing this is that when the eggs and the sugar are warm, they expand a lot easier and trap a lot more air, because this is a sponge and very fluffy cake. You need all that air. Also, the sugar will dissolve in the eggs, and you're gonna have a beautiful foam. It feels a little warm, but I want it a little warmer. It should be on the top side of warm, like hot but not too hot. Just a couple more seconds. I just make sure I mix it really well. You see, it feels warm, so I am going to stop this. And I'm going to put another pot with the butter, unsalted butter, and 60 grams of milk. We need to warm these two together. So then my eggs that are warm, I'm going to put in the mixer with the whisk attachment. And we're going to put that in high speed until it's 3 times the volume. And I'll show you when that is ready. So I have my eggs, and I'm gonna let that work. It's gonna take like 4 to 5 minutes. You're gonna see how it triples in volume. And I have my butter and the milk that is warm. The butter is melting right on the hot milk. In the meantime, I have my cake flour, baking powder, and then I will sift this together. I already sifted, but you have to make sure you sift these ingredients. And the salt. Cake flour, baking powder, and salt. Then I have my cake pan. This is a springform cake pan, but really doesn't matter. It could be any cake pan. It could also be a sheet cake. cookie sheet, and you butter it, or you can use ham for baking. Butter it very, very well. You can take a little of this flour and put it in the bottom and just shake it, just to make sure it doesn't stick. You see, it's ready for our cake. And preheat the oven at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. It's raising, it's creating all these ribbons inside, and it's going to make for a very fluffy sponge cake. We are almost ready here. And you are going to need a rubber spatula to fold your batter. Another thing to remember is that when you have your eggs and sugar whipping, at the end, when it's ready, it should be completely cool. You shouldn't take this out of here warm, because it will make for a very unstable batter. Wait until it's completely cold. A drop of vanilla. You don't really need the vanilla, but you know, you're gonna simple syrup with alcohol with your cake, so you put the flavor in there. Okay, so my batter is ready. Really ribbon, that's what we call ribbons. You see, when you go like this and you see those really thick, that's when it's ready. Then I'm going to put my flour in 3 additions, and I'm going to fold carefully. You don't have to wait until everything is mixed in before you put the next addition. Second, because the point of folding is for you to carefully incorporate your dries, but also you want to do it as fast as you can before your batter starts deflating. Okay, once everything is in here, I'm going to take a little of this batter. I am going to add it to my warm milk and butter, just to lighten the liquid. It's too heavy. Okay, and then I add this to my batter. I fold, make sure everything is incorporated. Beautiful. And then I am going to put this on my cake pan. This is a sponge cake, so you do not slam this on the table so it gets smooth. No, you just roll it slightly, and immediately we put it in the oven. Okay, so now we are ready to see if the cake is baked. It's been there for 15 minutes, and you know, you touch the top and it's a little it comes back spongy, and also the edges are detaching from the pan, so that's really important. But you have to keep an eye, because you don't want to overbake it. Once you do that and you want to make even more sure, then you take a skewer or a toothpick, you go inside, take it out, and if it's clean, that means it's ready. Then we have to turn it upside down. We make sure we go all the way around so nothing sticks. You get a little rag. You are careful because this pan is hot. You flip it. Even though this is a spring form and you don't have to do that, in case you don't have a spring form, I show you the right way. And then voila. Okay, thank you for watching.